If you're studying for the INBDE, I highly recommend INBDE Bootcamp, an all-in-one study resource that will help you pass your exam. Use coupon code MENTALDENTAL for 10% off. Hey everyone, Dr. Ryan here, and welcome back to Mental Dental. This is part 2 of our communication series on how to better communicate as a dentist. And in this video, we'll be discussing one of the most crucial aspects of a successful dental practice, and that is leading your staff. A well-led team creates a smooth, efficient, and positive work environment, which ultimately benefits your patients and makes your life a whole lot easier. But how do we accomplish this? And it's especially hard if you're a new dentist, right? You're a new graduate. And in dental school, you're accustomed to following instructions, checking in with your faculty all the time, and for lack of a better term, being at the bottom of the food chain there. And so when you graduate, you're immediately in a totally different position. You have other people that are expecting to follow you, listen to you, and respect you as the doctor or as the leader. And truthfully though, leadership isn't about giving orders. It's about inspiring and guiding your team. And a strong leader fosters teamwork, trust, and accountability. And it doesn't matter if you're a young graduate or a seasoned professional, all of these things that I'm going to talk about apply to leading your team. And when a team feels supported, they perform better and your practice thrives. So here are a few tips that I have to help you better lead your staff. Tip number 1 is to get in the habit of a morning huddle. It's so great to check in with your staff regularly, even if it's just 5 to 10 minutes at the start of each workday. The huddle is a place where you can not only discuss upcoming challenging cases for that day, but you can also foster a culture where team members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and their ideas. And you can never go wrong with occasionally bringing in some coffee and donuts to help set the mood and get everyone off to the right start. Tip number 2 is to show that you care. And a great way to do this is to celebrate wins, big or small, to boost the morale of the team. You don't have to go overboard with this, but it's so great to work for someone who cares about you more than just what you do. And celebrating the wins or the victories does exactly that. So let's say last week, if one of your assistants went above and beyond to help another assistant who was struggling that day or running behind, that's a win and it deserves to be celebrated. Or one of your team members persisted through a particularly difficult or challenging patient encounter, celebrate that. Give them a gift card at the next huddle and do it in front of everybody. Do it in front of the whole team to celebrate that person together. A little appreciation like that goes a long way. It's said that people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. And that goes for your patients as well as your staff. Tip number 3 is to set clear expectations. So it's really important to ensure that every team member knows their duties and how they contribute to the practice. Communication is the key to running a successful team, so make sure everybody knows their roles and responsibilities. Set guidelines on patient care, professionalism, and teamwork to create consistency. And that's important. Be consistent with their roles and responsibilities. And regularly review their performance in a positive, solution-focused manner. Now, those dreaded performance reviews can actually be really helpful opportunities. Anonymously gathering feedback from every team member about everybody on the team can be a great way to compile updated and useful information so you have a meaningful review when you sit down with each one of your team members. It's not just you telling them what you think, but it's the whole team giving them feedback about their performance. And I recommend doing this at least once a year with everybody on the team. Number 4 is lead by example. Your staff will mirror your attitude and your work ethic. You want everyone to be on time? Make sure you don't get there late yourself. You want everyone to be committed to excellence? Make sure you don't take lazy shortcuts. You want everyone to be organized and to follow your systems. Make sure you follow the same standards. Whether or not you intend to, you are the role model for everyone else in that office. And number 5, encourage growth. A great leader invests in their team's growth. So encourage continuing education to keep your staff updated on the latest advancements, and pay for them to get additional training. A good leader also takes advice and ideas from others. So if your team comes up with an idea for something at your dental practice, figure out if and how it can be implemented. And if a particular team member is excelling at what they're doing in their current position, help them see a future at your practice, perhaps expanding them from a clinical assistant to a lead assistant, which will help motivate them and help them stay engaged and committed. Leading your staff isn't about control, it's about collaboration. By communicating effectively, setting clear expectations, leading by example, and fostering growth, you create a thriving team that enhances patient care and practice success. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mental Dental for much more insights like the ones in this video. Stay tuned for part 3 of our communication series, where I'll talk about how to build strong professional relationships with your colleagues. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.